My name is Jennifer Hunter. I'm originally from Nunavik, but I've been living in Montreal for the past 17, 18 years. I have 4 children and I have a husband. The whole reason why I became part of the clinical project at the health board is because I became a coordinator of the regional partnership about 3 or 4 years ago. And one of the biggest concerns that we have is there's a lot of addictions. It doesn't matter if it's drugs, if it's alcohol, if it's gambling. There's a lot of different addictions right now in Nunavik, and it's a bit overwhelming to see. But with the clinical projects, we're doing a lot of recommendations. And addictions is not just in one community, it's all over Nunavik. So we're hoping that the ministry comes back and approves the recommendations. And there's a lot of good valid reasons why we keep coming back to this process. The problems of addictions affect everyone, not just the person with the addiction. It affects all families, the children, the babies, the institutions, the people who don't show up for work, the daycares. It's really it affects everyone. There's not one single person who is not affected by addictions, especially in Nunavik because it's so isolated. Addiction Advisory is involved in the region by having all the organizations involved in the process. All the organizations are invited to discuss and exchange and see what kind of measures or recommendations Nunavik wants and not what outsiders want. Let's say from the government, it's not what they want, it's people from Nunavik themselves that are involved in the Addictions Advisory, and that's how we're going to find all the solutions. The committee advances in making recommendations by meeting a few times. We have working groups, we have advisory board meetings. We discuss how we want to present it to the board, and eventually we do present it to the board and we ask them, would you approve these recommendations? And if they go ahead and recommend it, then we fix it up and send it off to the ministry. Our priorities in our committee is to get people trained all over Nunavik. Right now, there's absolutely no one to support people who want to get sober, let's say. Like, they have to either go to a social worker and say, I'd like to go outside the region. There's there's Isok Civic and Kudrak, but that's in one community. They can go to Oka, they can go to Portage outside and leave their kids and their families, and it's very difficult. That's why we're trying to get people trained in the communities and in every community so they don't have to leave the communities. They'll have the support, they'll have the follow-ups, they'll have aftercare. That's one of the main goals for this meeting that we had this week, and I think it's one of the most important ones so far.